Good morning. My name is Ashley. I want to talk to you today about an aspect of healing that is very difficult. As you may know, that I like to speak to you about traumatic things that may have happened and how you can move forward from that. So today I want to talk to you about an aspect of healing that is really not easy at all. It's an aspect regarding time. Have you ever heard people tell you, just give it time? Isn't that a frustrating thing to say to somebody who's going through a tough, difficult challenge that is struggling to move forward from it? So today I want to talk to you about that aspect of healing that is really, really difficult, and how to try and achieve that, how to manage taking it one day at a time and moving forward from this horrible thing that has happened to you. I want to first talk to you about a scripture that comes to mind. There is a season for everything. It's from Ecclesiastes 3. It talks about a time to laugh, a time to weep, a time for joy, and a time to mourn. It also talks about a time to heal. Now you can do everything that you can do during this time that you're struggling with to move forward. You can talk about it a lot, which is a wonderful thing to do. It's difficult, but it helps so much. You can see somebody, a professional, who can help you move forward from what has happened to you. There are so many things you can do. You can take your story and testify about it, and that empowers you again to move forward from what has happened to you and encourage somebody else. There's a lot of things you can do in that time after you've been through something very difficult. But the one aspect you can do nothing about, and that is extremely frustrating, is time. So in Ecclesiastes, it talks about the time. There's a time to heal. And the word heal is the word Rapha, the Hebrew word Rapha, which means it relates to healing, being repaired, being bonded. It's related to a physical disease. Now, I know that you don't have a physical disease on your body, but if you're heartbroken, that's a medical condition, if you would, that is different altogether. You see, after I was attacked, I had scars on my face and bruises on my face, but they healed long before my heart did. So that word healing really refers to the healing that needed to take place in my heart. The word Rapha, Hebrew word Rapha, which is healing, is derived from the Hebrew word Rapha, which is doctor. Have you ever heard the expression Jehovah Rapha? It's the word or the term that means the Lord my healer. So what I want to encourage you today is to take it one day at a time. I know that it is extremely frustrating. I know that it is the most difficult part about healing from what has happened to you. I get that. I know it's difficult. When people used to say that to me, I used to just get so angry with them because it didn't help me at all. I felt that it didn't anyway. But you see, after I was attacked at first, it was something that I thought about every single day, over and over and over and over again, something that I couldn't get out of my mind. And gradually, after a while, I got to a point where I would only think about it maybe once a day. And after some time after that, I would think about it maybe once a week, twice a week. And later on, I would think about it maybe once or twice a month. You know, in time, I began to think about it less and less, and it began to have a hold on me less and less. And I know that time's a frustrating thing, but it really is a healer. Because during that time that you are being still, and there's nothing more that you can do but to just give time the work that it needs to do, that's the time that God really takes your heart and He mends it. He takes those broken, cracked pieces and He puts them back together. And there's nothing you can do to speed that process up, because some of those things really do need precision work to heal properly. So my message to you today is really just to take it one day at a time. One day you will wake up and realize that you haven't thought about it at all for months. Today I sit here and I haven't thought about my attack for a very long time, except for the time that I spoke to you about it in the previous message. There was once where it was the anniversary of my attack, and I didn't even remember it until it was late in the evening. Now I know that where you are now, that seems impossible. It seems so far away. It seems something that is just not a part of your life, or something that is not going to be a part of your life. But it will. And I know it's frustrating, but I want to encourage you to just take it one baby step at a time. Just one day at a time. You don't have yesterday anymore. It's not yours. It's behind you. You have today. You don't have tomorrow. It's not yours yet. So I want to encourage you, just take today that you have and live one day at a time. There's nothing more that you can do. I also want to encourage you to just be still. Be still and know that He is God. He has not forsaken you. He has not abandoned you. He has not forgotten about you, even though it feels like He has. He hasn't. Just be still and know that He is God. I'm going to say it again because I don't think you got that. Be still and know that He is God. All you can do right now is let the surgeon work his precision work in your heart, piece by piece, one day at a time. Eventually you will wake up one morning and realize that it was not your first thought. What has happened to you was not your first thought this morning. And with time it does get better. I know it's hard, I know it's difficult, I know there's nothing more frustrating than not being able to do anything about where you are. But in this case, all you can do is just live one day at a time, because that's all that you have. So my message today to you, if you can, go and read Ecclesiastes chapter 3. It's very encouraging, especially when you're going through a tough time. Remember that the Lord is your healer, not just the healer of your external scars, but your internal scars as well. He is your healer, and give Him the time that He needs to do His work. Through that you learn patience, you learn endurance, and it builds your character. And once your character is built, eventually you have hope. So I want to encourage you today, be still and know that He is your God. Be still and know He is your God. Take it one day at a time. Thank you.